Hello, and welcome to Sloths Love to Read. This is Carrie Ann. Today we're going to be reading a very interesting story about a Newfoundland dog called Marshall. This book is called Marshall, a Nantucket Sea Rescue by Whitney Stewart. I hope you enjoy the story, and let's get started. Marshall, a Nantucket Sea Rescue. Crash, splash go the big waves against the ship. Fog hangs low over the water, and a strong wind blows. And with a sudden jolt, the ship hits a sandbar and tilts sideways. Captain Wright cannot see that his ship is sailing into the dangerous, shallow water off Nantucket Island. The sailors hurry to take down the sails because the ship is stuck. The crew must get to land before the ship breaks up, but the sea is too rough for a rowboat. A black Newfoundland dog stands by Captain Wright's side on deck and watches the sailors work. His fur is wet with cold seawater. Will anyone on Nantucket see them in the storm and rescue them? A surfman named Howard Cash patrols the beach. He is a member of the United States Life-Saving Service, and he looks for ships in trouble. As the thick fog begins to clear, Howard spots the ship stuck on the shoal. He runs to the life-saving station for help. "Hurry, men!" shouts Howard. "Rescue those sailors!" The surfmen haul a cart of equipment down the beach and set up a long rope between the ship and the shore. The line of rope is held high above the water by a pair of boards called crotch boards. One by one, the people on the ship get into britches buoy attached to the rope. The surfmen pull the britches buoy over the crashing ocean waves. The last sailor steps into the britches buoy. "Here we go, boy," he says. He lifts the enormous dog into his strong arms and holds him tightly as they are pulled to safety. The dog shakes water from his fur, soaking the already drenched people in his path. The survivors huddle under blankets on the beach. "Come to my house," says a local man named George Gardner. Several people follow George home. The others find shelter in the life-saving station. George's wife and two daughters, Alice and Edith, offer their guests blankets and fish chowder. Alice dries off the big dog with towels. Edith brings him food and water. He wags his tail and gobbles his food. Then he settles down by the fireplace and falls asleep. He's had a tiring day at sea. In the morning, everyone is well rested. The survivors talk of taking another ship home. One sailor says sadly, "What shall I do? I must sail with another captain, but I can't take my dog on his ship." George and his family discuss the sailor's problem. Alice and Edith sit on the floor cuddling with the friendly dog. "Please, Papa," said Alice, "couldn't he be ours?" Finally, George tells the sailor, "We can keep your dog here with us." The sailor and the girl smile. "Could we call him Marshall like the name of your ship?" asks Alice. "What a good name," the sailor says. "I've been trying to find the right name for this big fellow." Marshall loves his new home and plays with Alice and Edith every day. They teach him to fetch sticks in the ocean and to carry their lunch pail in his mouth when they walk to school each morning. Soon Marshall knows the way to town. While the girls are in school, Marshall and George hike to the life-saving station and watch the surfmen practice rescue drills and signal codes. One surfman waves two flags with diagonal red and white designs. These flags send special messages to the sailors on ships. Surfman Howard Cash whistles for Marshall, and they head off on beach patrol together. George waves goodbye from the station, where he will wait for Marshall to return. Marshall has learned an important job, and he barks when he sees a ship sailing toward the island. Howard signals to warn the ship away from the shallow water. "Marshall, you're a life-saving dog now," says Howard with a proud smile. The orange rays of sunset wash over the ocean. Back at the life-saving station, George pulls on his jacket. "Marshall, you are off beach patrol now, and school is almost over. You can go meet the girls." Marshall wags his tail and runs off to the schoolhouse. Alice sees him at the schoolhouse door. "Here, Marshall, you can carry my pail home," she says. Marshall takes the lunch pail in his mouth and trots along, leading the way back home. Mrs. Gardner greets Marshall at the door and takes the pail. She brings him his big bowl of food. Marshall is a lucky dog. First he was saved from a shipwreck. Now he was helping others stay safe. Best of all, he was adopted by a loving family. Marshall settles down to rest at his favorite spot near the fireplace. He's had a tiring day patrolling the shore. And this is actually a true story. This is from the author's note in the back of the book. This story takes place in 1877. Back then, people on Nantucket did not always keep their dogs on leashes. There were no cars on the island. Dogs ran across fields and into town. Today, dogs on Nantucket are kept safe on leashes. Marshall's story is true. The men of the Surfside Life-Saving Station on Nantucket, an island 25 miles off the coast of Massachusetts, saved Marshall and 16 people on the W.F. Marshall on March 9, 1877. Among the survivors were the wife of the steward and their baby, 13 sailors, and the captain. To learn more about Nantucketers who risked their lives to save others from the sea, visit the Nantucket Shipwreck and Life-Saving Museum website at www.nantucketshipwreck.org. That's nantucketshipwreck.org. And this concludes our story, Marshall, a Nantucket Sea Rescue. This has been such a wonderful story today. My daughter and I absolutely love this story. The minute we got this book, we fell in love with Marshall, the Newfoundland dog. What a precious story of him being rescued and then rescuing others. Is just such a wonderful book. I hope you'll pick it up at Amazon or wherever books are sold. You can check out our books as well at slothdreamsbooks.com. We have an entire summer collection coming out and books that are already in the collection, so stay tuned. Thank you again so much for listening in today. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.